So you've been doing this for a long time, and because you normally place the tenants, you don't deal with evictions very often.
Yep. I find out who they are, who their mother is. I find out everything, yeah.
Okay. Did you have any discussions with Ms. Gray when you assumed this role about, maybe I'm not the best fit for you? Not because you're not good at your job, but because, I'm not the one who deals with kind of problem tenants every day.
I will assure the court I will never do this again.
Yeah, and you don't have to provide me any assurances.
I'm not doing it again. But I felt bad. She was being victimized by these people, and there was a lot of empathy on my end.
Okay.
I see here in the papers that you tried to identify the tenants. You called all the references.
Yes.
The previous employer.
I actually physically went to that location.
How many hours did you put in on this?
Oh, probably about 40 to 50 hours. And usually I charge about $75 an hour. So, but I mean, I physically went to the employer and they're like, we don't know who this person is. So.
All right, the parties are excused while we deliberate in this matter. Thank you both very much. I think the defendant never had much experience being a landlord and essentially got herself in over her head. I can't see that any fault is to be placed on the plaintiff with respect to her contractual obligations. Certainly with respect to the countersuit, there's really no basis for holding the plaintiff liable for any of the things that she's asked for, the defendant's asked for. And I do think that there might have been an effort for the plaintiff to settle this matter. I mean, she did a lot of work.
Yes.
She got paid for 2 months. She didn't get paid for the 3rd month that she was working. Certainly, she's entitled to that 3rd month. The question is, do we then push out and say, okay, now she's entitled to the remainder under these circumstances?
Yeah, I think what actually happened here was that plaintiff was absolutely the wrong person to solve the defendant's problem.
She got out a lawyer. She should have had a lawyer.
I think the defendant had an issue with a difficult tenant. That's not the world the plaintiff plays in. And she's only ever done 1 eviction in her 20 years. I think there are a lot of property managers, and apparently the defendant found one, who deal with these kind of tenants all the time. They know what to do. They can handle an eviction without having to bring a whole law firm aboard. But that said, the fact that she hired the wrong person doesn't necessarily mean that she's not bound to her agreement with the plaintiff. There is no doubt that the plaintiff put in an extraordinary amount of time trying her best to help the defendant. So I'm a little uncertain what to do about the entire contract.
I agree with you. People don't work for free.
Right.
Nobody should. She put in a lot of work, and I think that the defendant caused her to put in even more work because she was making her job more difficult. She clearly told her, listen, you communicating, for example, with the tenants is making my job harder. And so I think we are all in agreement that she should be paid what she actually did work. I am not inclined to give her any more than that. She's asking for breach of contract, $2,320.
I would be inclined to give her some amount for her time. I will tell you, though, on the defendant's counterclaim, I would dismiss all except for that $50 that she had to pay to the law firm to open a case after it had already been closed.
Also, is there any concern that the defendant just really essentially blatantly breached the contract after 3 months?
Yeah.
Well, I thought we were sort of covering that area by giving her the
just
money
the 1 month
and the hours that she spent.
So
it would be $2,320 then.
$2,000.
That's what she's asking for breach of contract. Yeah,
$2,320.
$2,320 plus the legal bill. So what she's asking for is $2,645.
And deduct $50 from that legal bill?
And honestly, it should teach her a lesson because, one, the tenant agreement was already sketch, right? She didn't even have an agreement with these tenants. She didn't do a background check. It's not fair for her to then just be like, well, I'm going to ignore this contract that we actually did sign and have an understanding about and not pay you.
Yeah.
All right, the total is $2,595.
Yes.
Cross complaint is dismissed.